E ko mākou maku I loko kalani. E ho ano I ako inua.
I grew up in Honolulu, Hawaii, on the borderline of poverty. In 1995, my mom entered the Salvation Army, Kalawela Mission Corps in need of child care assistance. The officers took the time to hear her story and took compassion. At the age of 2, I entered the Salvation Army and simply never left. When I was 14, my dad got into crystal meth, also known as ice.
I started going to the Salvation Army when I was about 10 years old with my sisters and my mom. Around the age of 14, I started taking my faith serious. I knew at around that age I was supposed to follow Jesus full-time. I didn't know exactly what that would look like, but I knew that He wanted me to follow Him. I knew that officership was an avenue that I could take in order to do that.
I was left with two choices. I could either follow my dad and live in the world and live in its desires and its sins, or I could take refuge in the church and its people. I chose the relationships that I had formed over the years in the Salvation Army that ultimately showed me the love of God and the greater will that He has for my life. I may not have known what my self-worth was when my earthly father chose drugs over me. But my heavenly Father tells me that I am worth His Son, and I am worth His love, and I am worthy enough to be used to grow His kingdom.
Jesus said that the two greatest commandments are to love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your strength, and all your mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself. I believe that becoming an officer will help me to do that.
In the Great Commission, Jesus talks about going to the ends of the earth to preach the gospel. As Christians, we are all called to full-time ministry, and I never knew what that entailed until I was called to officership.
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.